the Civil Aviation, well, it wasn't an authority back then, but it was a government department. So it actually formed back in 1931. So it's been around a long, long time. And I'd say it was a government department. It was handling the regulatory aspects of aviation here in Bermuda. They also were responsible for running the airport at that time, or at least the civil terminal, because the airport, the airfield, was actually a military airfield, which was built by the U.S. Navy. We then transitioned to an authority in 2016. So the government made the decision that, the regulator needed to be standing on its own, and while still a part of government, it's at arm's length from government. So we actually have a board of directors that I answer to, but our one and only shareholder, I guess you could say, of the authority is the Bermuda government at the end of the day. Right, so we, from the aviation perspective, our regulations, legislation all comes from the UK. So we are an overseas territory of the United Kingdom, and therefore the United Kingdom is the signatory state to ICAO. We're not a direct signatory, but we are through the UK. And then, so the UK has their civil aviation order. We then have an air navigation overseas territory order. That's a mouthful, ANOTO, or order for short. And that is our primary legislation. So that comes directly from the UK. And then we have our set of requirements, which are the Overseas Territories Aviation Requirements, OTARs, and these apply to all of the UK overseas territories. But we are a regulator, so we're a regulator for the island of Bermuda, and all the aviation industry that goes with that. So we have to deal with the airdrome operator and all the services that are provided here on island. But we also have, of course, the Aircraft Registry, which is a mixture of commercial and private aircraft. And in the commercial side, of course, we have AOC holders, air operator certificates. So we have a couple of small airlines here in Bermuda. And then I mentioned 83 BIS agreements. Now, those are that's a setup where you have an operator in one country and the regulators in a different jurisdiction. But we have since then we've created a more streamlined bundled package of services for transition aircraft, because something that our clients and customers were asking for was, how can we make the transition more streamlined and more efficient? Because quite often they're under a lot of pressure to get these aircraft turned around and back onto another lease somewhere. And time is money. So now we have these packages where it's a one fee for a package, and that what you get out of it. Bermuda, we've been in this business for a long time. I mean, it started back in 1931. We've got an awful lot of experience, and in a number of areas, whether it's commercial 83 BIS or commercial AOC, or corporate type of commercial or private aircraft. We've got a huge amount of experience and some highly qualified staff members, as well as contractors, who are willing to spend the time with you and talk to you and help share information and guide you through all the processes that are needed. We always try to encourage anybody to get hold of us as early as possible. Start talking to us so we can work with you to find a solution.